Let's review It's Raining. Remember, the left hand is on top. You're covering the hole in the back with your thumb. B, A, and G are covered. And to play an E, you add your right hand, 2 fingers. And I always place my right hand thumb underneath so it has some stability. All right, let's chin it first. G, G, E, A, G, E, E, G, E, A, G, E, G, G, E, E, A, G, G, E, E, A, G, 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 E, E, A, G, E. Let's try to play it. Here we go. I'll take it a little slower this time, just in case that first tempo was a little fast for you. Ready, steady, here we go. This time I'd like you to play it, and I'll say the letter names along with it. Ready, go. G, G, E, A, G, E, E, G, E, A, G, E, G, G, E, E, A, G, G, E, E, A, G, 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 E, E, A, G, E. One more time. Ready, play. Good, really work for no squeaks, especially with that low E sound. Make sure you're covering up your holes nice and tight, giving it a good squeeze, and blow very, very gently. If you're getting a squeak, give a little less air and the squeak may go away. If you have any questions, please make sure that you post your questions on your Google Classroom. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Thanks, everybody. Hi, everybody. Today we are going to learn to read notes on the treble clef staff. Well, first off, what is a treble clef? A treble clef, it's also known as a G clef, is how we read notes that have higher sounding pitches. So, for example, a violin, flute, clarinet, ukulele, guitar, trumpet, our singing voices, xylophones, soprano recorder, these all read in treble clef. They have higher sounding pitches. Half the piano is in treble clef as well, the higher sounding half. So once you learn how to read treble clef notes, it's much easier to learn some of those instruments. It's called a G clef or a treble clef because do you see this loop right here? It loops on the second line of the staff, and this line is the G note. So whenever you see a treble clef, you can either call it treble clef or G clef, and people will know you're meaning the same thing. So this is the staff, and a staff has 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice that I always start from the bottom and I climb up like a ladder. That's really important. You're going to need to know that in a little bit. It has 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in between each line is a space. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And each of the notes has a different letter. F, A, C, E. It spells the word face. I have a little saying that helps me remember it. It goes F, A, and now notice I'm climbing up the spaces now. I'm starting from the bottom and I'm going up each space. F, A, C, E, F, A, C, E. Spaces are as easy as can be. The lines, there are 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I was a kid, we learned a saying that when every good boy does fine. So every starts with the letter E, then good, G, boy, B, does, D, and fine, F. That's all fine and dandy, but I like a little chant that I have instead. And it goes like this. And I start from the bottom line and I climb up, like I'm climbing up a ladder. E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. These are the lines of the treble clef. Now, if you can remember the space saying and the line saying, you can read any note on the staff. So let's practice some note reading. First off, I know that this is a line note because there's a line going straight through it. So it's on the line. So there are 5 line notes. We're going to say our saying E, G, B, D, F. I'm going to climb up again. E, G, B, D, F. These are the lines of the treble clef. So I'm starting with the bottom again. E, and the next one is G. This is the G note. If I want to double check it, look at what's looping around on the treble clef. It's the G line. I got that one right. My next note is also a line note. I can tell that because there's a line going through it. So I'm going to say my saying. Say this at home with me. And really, if you can say it, it's going to stick in your brain faster. So I start from the bottom line and I'm climbing up the rungs of a ladder. E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. These are the lines of the treble clef. So what was it? E, the first one. Exactly. All right, this is also a line note because there's a line going through it. E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. Now remember, I'm climbing up from the bottom line. E, G, B, D. Stop on that note. It's a D note. This one's also a line note. There's a line going through it. So I start from the bottom line and I climb up like a ladder. E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. These are the lines of the treble clef. So this is E, G, B. This one's a B. Oh, I have one more treble clef line note. So I'm going to climb up the ladder. E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. These are the lines of the treble clef. So what is this one? F. That's correct. Very good. Let's practice the spaces. Now remember, we're not climbing up on the lines anymore. This is a space. It doesn't have any line going through it. So I climb up each of the 4 spaces and I spell the word face. F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E. Spaces are as easy as can be. So what is that first one? F. Very good. Well, wait a minute. We had an F on the top line, E, G, B, D, F, and we have an F on the bottom space. This is a low F, and the one up here is going to be a higher sounding F. Ooh, I have another space note. There's no line in between it. So I'm going to say my saying. I start from the bottom space, not the bottom line, the bottom space. F-A-C-E, F-A-C-E. Spaces are as easy as can be. So what is it? E. That's correct. Great work. Here's another space. F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E. Spaces are as easy as can be. What's the note? F-A. That's right. It's an A. And our last space note, F-A-C-E. Now remember, don't climb up from the lines. You're never going to reach the space note if you climb up on the lines. So I'm on the space rungs. F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E. Spaces are as easy as can be. What's the name of this one? F-A-C. There you go, everybody. Now, can you label each note with the correct note name? Let's start here. This one's a space note, so I say my saying F-A-C-E. This is an F. This is the next note after F. On this, you can see it goes space, line, space, line. You can either go E, G, B, D, F and figure out that that's a G, or because it's right next door to F, it goes from space to line. In our music alphabet, what comes after F? G. And after G, it does not go to H. It goes to A. We only have 7 letters in our music alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Once you get to G, you start over with A. And then what would this note be? B. So you can either climb up doing a space line with F, G, A, B, or you can do F, A, C, E to figure out the names of the notes, or E, G, B, D, F. All right, now it's time to work in our theory packets. You have two options for your assignment today. One option is you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb on Flipgrid and demonstrate your learning for me. So that would look like this. And make sure that when you play on Flipgrid, I can see your face and your recorder. And I need to be able to hear it as well. So your first option is you can record Mary Had a Little Lamb on Flipgrid. Or if you don't want to do that, you can come to my weekly workshops. They're on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. And if you come this week on Wednesday at 2 o'clock and play Mary Had a Little Lamb for me, your assignment is done for the week. It's that easy. In my workshops, we also play games, we sing songs, we do group projects. So it's really more like what music class was like face to face versus on these asynchronous lessons. So if you're craving some face to face music lessons like I am, come join me on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. All right, thanks everybody. And again, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment in Google Classroom. I get back to you right away. Thanks.